This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2226. Snatch Up Your Long-Lost Money by JMoney of budgetsaresexy.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. Snatch Up Your Long-Lost Money by JMoney of budgetsaresexy.com. This is going to sound scammy, I know, but millions of people are missing out on billions of dollars they've forgotten about over the years. $58 billion to be exact. And today, I'm happy to report that number just dropped by $355.38. You may recall from last year that my wife is an accidental hoarder of money. She forgets cash in birthday cards, jacket pockets, graduation cards from 11 years ago, true story, and apparently also paychecks worth hundreds of dollars she never cashed. The check pictured in this article was long earned and forgotten over a decade ago from temp work she picked up after graduating college. I finally convinced her a year ago to do her own research for unclaimed money. And by convince her, I mean I did it for her. And she finally got around to submitting the claim. If I didn't know better, I'd think she's allergic to money. Still, this is solid proof that this stuff's legit, and I'm willing to bet a good portion of you are probably owed money you've long lost too. If you can believe it, the average amount people find is $892. How insane but also awesome is that? If you're wondering why or how or even what unclaimed money's about, listen on. What is unclaimed money? According to unclaimed.org, run by the National Association of Unclaimed Property Administrators, quote, unclaimed property, sometimes referred to as abandoned, refers to accounts in financial institutions and companies that have had no activity generated or contact with the owner for 1 year or a longer period. Common forms of unclaimed property include savings or checking accounts, stocks, uncashed dividends or payroll checks, refunds, traveler's checks, trust distributions, unredeemed money orders or gift certificates in some states, insurance payments or refunds and life insurance policies, annuities, certificates of deposit, customer overpayments, utility security deposits, mineral royalty payments, and contents of safe deposit boxes, end quote. Here are some other interesting facts. Every U.S. state, District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, and U.S. Virgin Islands, and Quebec, British Columbia, and Alberta in Canada have unclaimed property programs that actively and continuously find owners of lost and forgotten assets. Claims can be made into perpetuity in most cases, even by heirs. Unclaimed property laws have been around since the 1930s, but have become much broader and more enforced in the last 25 years. And unclaimed property is one of the original consumer protection programs. Even celebrities are owed money. In 2013, Lindsay Lohan was owed $1,560, Cindy Crawford $101,900, Justin Timberlake was out $3,579, and even Barack Obama is owed money to the tune of $700. How busy can they be to ignore such fortunes? How to claim your abandoned property. If you finally believe me that this is real, and you're now excited to go see just how much you're owed too, FYI, I'm not getting paid a penny to spout these sites. I'm trying to get you the pennies. Here are the steps to get going. Number 1, go to missingmoney.com and type in your name and state. Number 2, see if anything shows up. More than likely, there'll be like 200 of you out there. So try to narrow the search by using a middle initial and city and state to speed things up. If you've lived in over 20 places in your life like I have, it may take you longer, but hey, it's free money. And number 3, if you find something that could be yours and you answer yes to all the questions that pop up, it'll then direct you over to the place to file your missing money report, not to be confused with missing persons report. More than likely, this will be your own state site, and it's set up for this. In Virginia, where we now live, it's vamoneysearch.org. If that's too overwhelming, you can also just go to unclaimed.org and click on the pretty map to go directly to your state site. But I recommend starting at missingmoney.com in case you have cash waiting for you in states you've long forgotten about. After you search for yourself, hook up your loved ones too. You can do a search for your significant others like I did. Then also hook up your brothers and sisters and your mamas and your papas to make up for all the dumb stuff you ever put them through, as well as your best friends, any companies you own or are a part of, and then even for money long lost and owed to your deceased loved ones. It generally takes a handful of seconds to get started, and there's no excuse for not giving it a shot, unless you've already done it this week, and in which case, tell us how much you found. So you're ready to go searching? Hit up missingmoney.com right now before you click on the next shiny item you see online and grab your money. Even if you have to break it into 2 steps, searching, then filling stuff out, the annoying part, it'll be the easiest money you've ever made. And in the future, never lose your money to begin with. You just listened to the post titled Snatch Up Your Long Lost Money by J Money of budgetsaresexy.com. While I've heard of unclaimed.org, missingmoney.com is new to me, so I definitely had some fun on that site after reading this article. While I didn't find any money for myself, I did get some hits for my Midwestern gentleman, and he was delighted to see that there's about $100 waiting for him to claim. In reading more about this, I learned that approximately 1 out of every 10 Americans has unclaimed money waiting out there somewhere. Good Morning America even had a long-running segment called Show Me the Money, where they reunited people with their long-lost money. If you've ever banked anywhere, rented anything, put down a utility deposit, or given a gift card that the recipient didn't use, you could have money waiting for you to claim. Another thing you might want to look into is if you have any 401k accounts from old jobs that you forgot about. You can search the National Registry of Unclaimed Retirement Benefits, which helps employers connect with former employees who have left assets behind in a retirement plan. Your employer would have needed to add your records to the database, so even if you don't find anything, a 401k could still be floating out there. You could also try a service called Beagle. They advertise that they can help you find old plans, review your plan's fees, and even help you roll over those left behind 401ks into an IRA. This service comes with a fee, but if you know you have an account out there that you can't find, it could be worth it. And that wraps up this episode, but that's not it for today. As we do each Sunday, we're going to air a weekly bonus episode for you, available now in your feed. So be sure to check that out, and I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.